It starts with a piggy bank. These are the lessons they need to learn before they go off into the world. This next topic is from 0 to 25. What are the parents' roles and responsibilities of teaching your children about money? What is the child's responsibility about learning about money? What happens, okay, you're young parents, you have your first child, you take your child home. When do I start saving for my child? Well, the minute he gets a social, or him or her get a Social Security card. Once they reach the second week, that's when they receive their Social Security card. That's when you can open up an account. Regardless of the type of account, open one up. Even if you don't have a lot of money, even if you're putting $10 away, $15 away, because you're starting to build the wealth that they're going to need going off to college or starting their life. But you're also going to be teaching them how to save. And that's going to create the discipline for you as parents to actually prepare your children for what they're going to go into, which is the world, and that's where things become a lot more complicated. Okay? So I want you to understand, you can start this the minute they're born. You need to start planning on how you're going to approach it. Okay? Now, once you've established those accounts, we want to make sure that you're teaching them about how they work, what it's for, making sure that they understand it could be for college, or it's going to be for, buying a house or whatever it may be. Okay? So those are the things we want to make sure that you're communicating. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is this new program that's being rolled out by the federal government. Now, that particular account is going to be very similar to a 529 account with a lot more flexibility. Okay? That flexibility is going to allow for not just education, but buying a home or starting a business. So that is really important, because there's the current account they have for children is strictly for education with a lot of restrictions. Well, this allows more flexibility. However, it's still a tax deferred account, which means it does have tax implications if used for something else, I believe, outside of those three components. But those are the things that are being rolled out. And I'll talk a little bit more in depth about that in another video. However, that's an opportunity. Take advantage of it, parents. Now's the time to take every little piece of wealth that you're going to have, that you have at your disposal, to create those accounts for your child. The third thing I want to make sure I cover is what each child should learn from age 0 to 18. Okay? Now, once you open up their account, obviously they're going to be babies, they're not going to know anything. Make sure they're taking care of the things that are required as a parent. Okay. Now, as they become 5, 6, 7, 8, give them a piggy bank. When they get money from their grandparents or relatives, or for Christmas or for whatever, birthdays, have them say, oh, you received $10. Great. Well, $5, let's go buy what you want. The other $5, you're going to put in your piggy bank. Start teaching them how to save, because that is going to be a key component later on in life. Okay? Now, the other thing that you're going to want to make sure they do and learn is that now that when they get to 12, 13, 14, those tough years where, they want to be like their friends, and they want a cell phone, and they want to go shopping at the mall, they want to start buying designer clothes and doing all the things that their friends do. Well, you need to make sure you explain at that moment the value of money, that money is strictly a tool. And having nice things is great, but what it takes to earn those nice things, what's really behind it. If you just give them a credit card to use, or you give them cash to go to the mall, that's great. I'm glad they're enjoying it. I'm glad you have the money to do that. But what are you teaching them? What's the lesson they're learning? They're learning how to spend, but are they learning how to save? So now your child's 18. He's going off to college. She's going off to college. going off to the military, or whatever their goals are. What should they know? What should they have in their knowledge base? What should they be able to do at that age? Well, they should understand saving. They should understand the value of time. They should understand money's just a tool, so they're not idolizing it and chasing that nice shiny object, or going to the mall, spending all their money, not saving, not earning anything, getting in debt. Okay? They need to start learning those things that are going to carry them into life. Because life isn't going to get easier, it's going to get harder. So give them the tools to navigate through life and be successful.